Now say it.
Hello. We're not muted this time, are we?
Yeah, I accidentally was. Sorry.
Oh. So the very first hello was muted.
Hmm?
Hi, I'm Kristin. This is my husband Brandon. We're from Whiskey Tango Farms, and this is Whiskey Tango Talk. We are, if you guys weren't here last week, we are quadruples
What the
streaming.
heck happened?
Ruh-roh. You can probably hear us but not see us, huh? Hang on. Hi. Yay.
All right.
Sorry. Our USB-C cable bit the dust, so I had to get a different one, but we're fixed now. I'm sorry. Anyhow, I don't know what you guys heard last. I have hat hair really bad. Squirrel. My name is Kristin. This is my husband Brandon. We're from Whiskey Tango Farms, and this is Whiskey Tango Talk. We do this live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. If you weren't here last week, we are dual streaming or quadruple streaming, whatever you want to call it.
Tri-stream. How about that?
Yeah. So we're
2 YouTube channels, 1 Facebook. So this talk on YouTube is going to be transitioning over to Whiskey Tango Talk YouTube channel. So in the coming month or so here, we will be only streaming on that and no longer on Whiskey Tango Farms YouTube channel.
I'm dying.
We're reserving that for just normal long form content and stuff like that. You can grab the USB cable or the MacBook charger over there.
That one will fit this? I thought yours was a special, like...
It's got USB-C on it right now.
Oh, okay. BRB.
But I'm going to go into some just kind of chats and stuff while Kristin's getting her thing, and I'm sure she'll get into her announcements while she's grabbing the charging cable for the laptop. We have Joy from Western Oregon here. Thanks for joining. We have Linda from Texas and Thomas from South Louisiana. And we have Aaron Guidros from South Louisiana. A lot of southern people tonight. How are you guys all doing? Curbside Outdoors is here. Thanks for joining from Southeast Michigan. Did you find it? Okay.
Yeah.
Got Jesse Mills here. Says good evening, everyone. Should be able, there's a thing over there.
Hang on. Oop, sorry.
And Ed said, remember, lives will be moving to Whiskey Tango Talk YouTube channel. I should get you guys that link. Let me pull that up quick, just so you guys can have it in the chat as well.
Wires everywhere. Yes. I have the power.
And Kristin can go into the announcements.
I'm allowed to talk. Yay. Let me pull them up.
Normal announcement stuff.
I'm out of breath because I just came in from doing chores and now this. Anywho. Yeah. I don't know if you already said you can
I was just reading
ask us
comments and stuff.
You can ask us questions. We talk about quail, rabbits, gardening, self-sufficiency, tractors, random stories. It's kind of fun. A lot of people will just say where they're tuning in from. It's kind of neat to see like where everybody's at. A lot of times we talk about weather because we're old now and that's what we do, I guess, but could be worse things. We have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and as well as the second YouTube channel for the lives that we'll be transitioning over to, like Brandon mentioned. There is a super chat sticker down at the bottom where you can make a donation that will go back into the channel, help us produce content, things like that. So our website is whiskeytangofarms.net. We sell and ship hatching eggs nationwide. We're NPIP certified. We also have a Facebook group called Self-Sufficient Backyard. It's a lot like this live. We kind of talk about everything, quail, rabbits, gardening, how it all kind of works together, things like that. Last week on the live, we talked about seed starting and peppers and things like that. So if you're not already, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And yeah, just keep it family friendly and clean. And if you don't agree with somebody, just disagree civilly, please.
So I just posted the link in the chat for the new YouTube channel,
which is called Whiskey Tango Talk.
Yep.
So it's gonna be just for Whiskey Tango Talk. But we're doing both right now for a little bit as we transition over.
Yep. I'm going to go through some more of these. Jesse Mill says, everyone wish Christina Guidros a happy birthday. Happy birthday today.
Erin was posting a lot of memes on her page today. I feel you, girl.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. Dale's Quails is here. Says, good evening, WTF and friends. Well, good evening. Amy B is here. Says, hello all. Hello. Daigle. Sorry if I butchered that name. Says, good evening from South Carolina. Good evening.
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Ed posted the link too as well.
Ed is on top of it.
In here.
Our wonderful moderator, Mr. Ed.
I think I might be caught up.
Yeah, because here's Dale.
Okay.
From South Carolina.
Yep. Jennifer Meyer is here. Says, hello all from East Tennessee.
Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us.
Ed's talking about the weather because we're all old. It says raining very good here in Virginia Beach. Yeah, we have a little bit of snow. We're supposed to get about almost 3/4 of an inch of snow tonight. So, but I don't know. It's been warm. Jennifer says, do I remember you getting a green stock, I'm guessing, planter last year? If so, do you like it?
Yes, I got a green stock for Mother's Day, and I absolutely love it. It one of our vlogs shows me putting it together and planting some stuff in there. The vlog was titled something along the lines of "Look at how far we've come," or something like that. It was kind of sentimental, whatever, but yeah, it shows me using it there, and everything that I stated in there is still true. Like, I absolutely loved it. I left it outside for the winter. They said that you could, so I did.
It seems to be okay.
It seems fine. Yeah. But I love how it's a very small footprint and you can grow a lot in it.
Yeah, we did not, I don't know if Kristin did say that we do have an announcement tonight.
Oh yeah, we have an announcement. Ta-da!
To say, I don't know why this thing blanket was all weird sitting here.
Usually it's behind your back.
We'll get to the announcement in a minute.
Please hold. Stay tuned.
We'll just go through some more of these comments and stuff, and then we'll get to it. JD says, hello from Winnebago, Illinois. Hello.
That's interesting because there's Winnebago, Wisconsin.
Is that Kale's
Quail Farm?
Kale's Quail Farm. It says, good evening. Glad to get to see you guys again.
Thanks for joining us. It's been a hot minute since we've seen you. Glad you're back.
Christina here from Guidro's Urban Homestead says, thanks, Jesse. And Kristin, he definitely had the 40-year-old memes prepared.
Yeah, I think he's been saving those for
You're not 40 years old. You gotta be
a couple years.
You gotta be about, 30 years young, right?
Sounds about right.
Ed says, WTF sent you some more gardening stuff. Should show up in 30 to 60 days.
Awesome.
Cool. Let's see how that goes.
Super excited.
They'll be about right for some stuff to start planting or whatever. If it's planting, I don't know what it is. We'll see. Henry Thompson said, Whiskey Tango Farm, can I see your dog, please? Hi.
They are downstairs.
Yeah.
We've learned our lesson about having them in the room. There's a lot of cables around and they tend to...
Yeah, or they like to run and hit the tripod here. So.
Yeah. But we show them on our videos and stuff, so.
JD popped in on YouTube and says, hello from Winnebago, Illinois.
Hello.
Jennifer Meyer said, Greenstock, I just got 2.
Yeah, I definitely would enjoy another one. My stuff definitely thrived and flourished in there. My lavender that I started from a seed, I heard that they're really, lavender's really difficult to grow from a seed. I did it. I did stratify them first, but they did really, really well. And so did my chamomile. And I actually have a bunch in the cupboard that I dried it, and I was intending to use it as tea, but I don't think I actually have quite enough because once it dries, it really shrinks down. So I'm going to grow some more chamomile this year and definitely more lavender. I love lavender. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, catch-all herb. Herb. Bob Rock. Oh, I skipped one. Sorry. Jesse Mills.
I'm getting to it.
Sorry.
I just thought you were talking. That's why I wasn't prepared. Jesse Mills says, hi, Christina. I had the chance to get on Facebook a few minutes before the live and posted there too.
Awesome. Thank you.
There you go. Cali Quail Keepers. Brooke says, hi, everybody. Fabulous day in Cali. Warm 65. That sounds nice.
Amazing.
I don't mind our temperatures, like 30 something. But.
Yeah. I quote for most of the day, so you could say it's a heat wave at 30.
Quail Farm says, I think I know what it is and can't hardly wait.
I have hinted at it several times, so.
S.O. Swanson says, greetings from Mississippi to all my quail fam friends.
Fam,
whatever. I can't read. Can't spell anyways either, so, Vicky says, the sun's going down on a beautiful 66-degree day in Sacramento Valley. Is there a Friends of group for WTF?
For WTF. I like that.
No. We don't. I mean, we kind of have we have self-sufficient backyard.
I think we need to rename it FOWTF. No.
I don't know. You can always
P.S.
make one.
P.S. Your eggs got shipped out today. Super excited.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Vicky. I sent
Thomas says,
today.
if you don't have a topic, can you talk a bit about your celadons? I've seen a post lately asking about celadons and about how they may be finicky.
Do you want to take that one or do you want me to?
I don't know. I don't like this coloring. Whatever you want to do.
We have no issue with them. We do cull really, really hard here. We're very like cutthroat, I guess you could say. One of the reasons for that is we have a market for meat very easily. So we cut whatever is not tip-top shape. So we just make sure that we have really, really healthy birds first. And what works for us may not work for others. We've worked very hard on it. We're finicky.
We're very picky.
Yeah.
Too, when it comes to the overall bird's health, size, growth rates,
production,
and even when it comes to the eggs, we really pay attention close to the blooms of the eggs and make sure everything's perfect. If they're not, then we separate them out and get rid of them.
And I mean, don't get us wrong. There's always something that we're going to work on to keep making them better. And what works for us might not work for other people because we're all starting like in different places. We all fight different environmental factors, things like that. So I'm not saying that all celadons are finicky or that all celadons are not finicky. They can be, but they can also be healthy if you're super stubborn like I am. I'm super stubborn. So I kind of I'm really proud of what we've done with our lines. So,
yeah, we've had our celadon line, at least the scarlets, for what now? Well over 2 years. And we've been working on other lines of celadons, and that is tonight's announcement.
Thanks, Thomas. No, I was just kidding. It's fine. It worked out.
It's fine. If you guys seen this picture, this is, I don't know if I can zoom in there. Tonight's.
Oh, back up. You can see the bags under my eyes.
Whatever.
Dear.
Anyways.
It's not showing up.
This is tonight's. You have it paused.
Oh.
Thumbnail, anyways. But we have a feather sexable line of celadon. There are a few different colors. The one that we're releasing tonight is, or not really releasing tonight. It's not going live. We're announcing. Is we have Fabfy color. They're what is it called?
Oh, the name?
Yeah.
The Whiskey Tango Bravo collection.
Yeah.
Or just the Bravo collection.
It's a Bravo collection. So we are going to be releasing these with a collection of other colors as well that are variations. They're different colors besides the scarlets. They range from, we'll have multiple feather sexables in there and non-feather sexables for the time being, and then eventually we'll
separate.
Have a separate feather sexable collection, which will involve several different fun colors that you guys all know. I guess one I can tell you it would be a pearl. So
yeah, we're super excited. When we first decided to get into celadons, I actually wanted ones that it was very, very obvious that it was different from our other birds. So I don't know, I could just like look in the cage and I could see that they're celadons, because of course you can't look at a bird and know it's a celadon unless there's eggs sitting at its feet. And now one of the things I don't like about them is that they're not feather sexable. I really don't like vent sexing birds. It takes a long time. It's not necessarily newbie friendly, especially if it's like in the winter and they're not getting the proper light or calcium, things like that. So I'm like, gosh, if only we could have feather sexable celadons. And Brandon is like, well, why not? And I was like, well, I don't know. Just because. He's like, no, let's do it. So here we are.
Yeah, I've been working on the feather sexable line for close to 2 years, and developing and making sure it's strong and lays true.
100% true blue. So homozygous celadon.
Yep, and they've been very healthy. Been testing at several generations on those. So
yeah, and if you guys were at QuailCon, my talk was about genetics, and I did touch on celadons. And I think I did share and sneak in some pictures of them. So if you were paying really close attention, you probably caught those hints. So this is it. So it was really hard to keep a secret.
all right. Brooke says, Kelly Quail Keepers. She said, love that. Vicky, heading your way tomorrow. Wish we could visit. See where we're at. JD says, when I can't grow enough of herbs, I buy from San Francisco Herb Company. Great quality and prices are good.
Cool. I think Living Traditions mentions them all the time about like buying like salt and stuff in bulk, and I think they have herbs too. Is it Azure
Standard?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get at?
I was just saying that's another good source too, but I'll have to look at that one. Because yeah, sometimes it's like you start growing something and you're like, oh, that didn't yield as much as I thought it was going to, or as much as I need. So yeah, it's good to have those in your back pocket if you want to touch on some herbalism or something,
Dale says, Thomas, I have one celadon, and I was so excited until she got so aggressive, she literally scalped a rooster. She's currently in a pen by herself, waiting on the grow outs to join freezer camp. That's unfortunate. Sorry about that.
That sucks. I definitely respect your decision though, because that is something that we don't tolerate. Like that's on our long list of requirements for not just celadons, but all of our breeders. Like if they show any type of aggression that's, not environmental, they're out of here. Like I'm not going to deal with it. So.
Brooke says, I'm defensive about my celadons, just saying.
I know. I got you, girl.
Thomas said, woohoo! I know, I'm excited. I'm excited to share with you guys.
Yeah.
I've been loving them.
Yeah. And I know people have been requesting them and asking about them. So I'm glad that we're finally able to be like, well, actually, I have these, so.
Aaron says, feather sexable celadons.
You read my mind.
I have some from WTF eggs.
Yes.
You have feather sexable celadons from our eggs?
Oh, no. I have some from, I think he just means celadons. They do have our celadons.
Oh.
Our Scarlet Red Range plus Tux.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Patricia says, I would love to have them incubator ready.
Patricia went and plugged her incubator in when we announced it. She's like, I'm ready to go, guys. Send it.
Definitely we'll announce it on our Facebook page and everything when they're actually live. So keep an eye out for that. It should be within this next month. Just making sure everything's in order before we release them. JD says, none of my 50 plus quails are laying. They are kept outside, and I know it's the light issue. Just so frustrating. Yeah, that can be.
Well, you have solar lights in your like our personal hutch, and They're still laying, aren't they? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we get that from Menards? I can't remember. No,
it's on Amazon.
I got my rabbit one from Menards.
It's in our I shared the link in the winterizing hutch video for that solar light. I said either you or Ed could find it and share it. McCarthy says, yeah, scalping trait is not what we want. Yeah, definitely. If there's any aggression in any birds, they're out of here. And honestly, we don't really find that much aggression in any of our birds.
No, because when we first started, we called that out, and so now we don't really deal with it much. I guess because we like put a kibosh to that so quick. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. Like I think it can happen to anybody. Don't get me wrong, but
Ed says loaded raspberries, 24 ice cream sandwiches, and 2 pounds of shrimp in the freeze dryer. Then 2 hours later, the power went out for 3 hours. LOL. Luckily, the temp had gotten into the negative. That's good. So everything's still freeze drying, I'm guessing, or still continuing. I would be guessing. Sundial says, hi, all from Texas. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Craig from Beam Farm says, send me an invoice. I'll take some eggs.
Yeah, we will definitely let you guys know when they're released. We're just announcing right now, but we want to make sure we get our numbers up more and ready to go so that hopefully we can keep up.
Yeah. JD says, I was thinking solar lights. Thanks. Yeah, the solar light I shared in that video, I think there was 2 of them, right? Wasn't there 2?
I only saw one. Quail Halo.
Yeah, there's 2 different lights. So
I think I copied both in that.
If you click on it, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wanted to look at which one was what.
You want me to open it?
Yes. Because one of them, so yeah, it would be the first link is the one I have in that blue hutch. And that one doesn't have a like timer or anything. But if you go to the other one just to confirm, this one, okay, yeah. So the second link is the one I actually have in our duck pen. And that one, you can actually program it to, I believe, is like 5 hours extra light or 4 or something like that. So you can actually hit the button and then at dusk, it will turn on just for an extra like 5 hours. So you're not like running a light all night long. I have had in cases where that first one has had the light on for quite a while. Like I've woken up in the middle of the night and at midnight it was still on and not needed. So that was the only issue with that one. But the other one works really good. The one that we have in the duck, I believe they're both similar prices, around $40 or so. And then they work good. Ray said, one LED light bar can make a difference in your quest to get the maximum eggs. Yes, it can.
Mm-hmm.
Ed said, or Christmas lights.
Yes, they're not incredibly picky, which rabbits are, apparently. I learned that lesson. Yeah, I'll leave that at that because I want to make a video about it actually once I figure things out. But yeah. Anyways, sorry, word vomit. Go on.
Brooke said, I'm working on my own Celadon color line.
Ooh.
I love my progress. So exciting. Made whites last year, but moving on. Yeah, we have some whiter birds.
Ones are just the tucks though.
Yeah, it's just a dotted white. We've gotten some to grow dotted white, and that's out of our Scarlet Red Range line.
Yeah.
That Kristin is a stickler for like going more just less tucks and more uniform tuxes.
Yeah.
And
like an extra tucks.
Out of one of the cages, there was one that was more overly white, and I told her I kind of want to keep that one. I kind of like the way it looks, and we've been throwing a lot of just like plain dotted whites out of that cage.
But to be fair, a lot of our local customers want light birds. You know, the people that want egg production or whatever, which, you know, jumbo farrow all the way. But then we have a lot of people locally that they're like, do you have any of them light ones? You know, and a lot of times we'll sell them a tux that's heavier on the white. So but you have to vent sex them. I don't like it. I always get covered in you know what.
Ed said, yes, it started up where it left off before the power outage. There is a small button battery backup that keeps the memory alive until power comes on.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Kind of like your 3D printer, right? Or one of them does that. Or you talked to me about it once.
Yeah, the 3D printers all have a power.
They all have it? Oh.
Yeah, all of mine at least have power backup. But I haven't, I had them once fail, and the one didn't work right. But
trial and error.
Brooke says, are you planning on getting chicken meat grow outs for spring?
No. Nope. As much as I would love to, I know how much they poop, like probably very similar to quail, but more. I would want to pasture meat chickens, and we can't do that where we're at now. So no, unfortunately not. Someday when we have land and we can have roosters, I would love to try some American breast chickens, because you don't have to order them in every year. They reproduce on their own. But I would like to also get skins to compare and see what works better for us. So, yeah. Our kids, well, we're trying to get our hands on some turkeys for kids for 4-H at the fair. You know, and then we would keep one probably for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. But we can't order them in fast enough to get here so that they'll be like the correct weight during the fair. So I am a bad 4-H mom, and I'm going to try to fix it, but I might not be able to. So we'll see. If anybody has some broad-breasted bronze or whites in Wisconsin, let me know. That are actually, they need to be hatched in February. Between February and March is the ideal age.
Dale says, I do have grow-outs that include the aggressive hen's eggs, so hopefully it isn't genetic in her case. I do watch them closely, and I will be calling aggressively in any case.
Yeah, and I mean, it can be, you know, like a hereditary trait that's getting carried down. But before you go culling everything, make sure that you really know all those environmental factors. Like if you have lights on them 24/7, I'd be crabby too if you kept the lights on 24/7, you know? I mean, I'm crabby anyways, but that's not the fit.
Yeah, some mornings I wake up crabby, and other days I let her sleep.
But like, you know, make sure that they always have food, make sure they always have water, make sure they have enough space, make sure they don't have too much space. You know, I'd hate for you to go call some perfectly good birds because it was like due to something that could have been fixed, you know, like that would suck, because terminally culling is very permanent.
Katrina's here. Says, hi, everyone, from Gilroy, California, listening while driving until the cell range goes.
Thanks for joining us. Haven't seen you in a bit.
Thanks for listening. Sundial says, if you mix celadon males with regular quail, what are the chances you get more celadon quail out of the eggs?
They would only be carriers at that point. Yep. So
you won't get celadon egg layers.
But you could breed the offspring back and get a chance, but that's still not guaranteed. So yeah.
Kale's Quail Farm says, I hate vent sexing. Been pretty lucky with a lot of mine crowing and letting me know first.
Yes. That's my preferred way of sexing non-feather sexable quail. I would much rather I have been known to sit there and like stare and wait for them to crow, and then I'll quick snatch them and band them and do whatever I need to do. So it takes a lot longer, but I don't get, well, I still get poop on me a little bit sometimes, but not nearly as much.
Brooke says, I legit don't think I've ever had red range. Weird.
Red range, well, I thought you've gotten celadons from us, but red range is just Tibetan plus rue. So that's red range.
Bless you. Just kidding.
I should say, not everybody calls them the same thing. That is what we call red range or range, is Tibetan, which is homozygous extended brown plus rue.
S.L. Swanson says, WTF has a great vent sexing video. Watch that one and you'll never have a problem vent sexing again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like it. There is a bit of an outtake in there. Would not recommend playing at work in the break room. Not that I've ever done that on accident.
Why?
Because people are eating.
Oh.
And there was an outtake. So one time at work, I'm sorry, I've told this once before, but we always have YouTube on in the break room, and I decided to play our videos or whatever, and it just was going through them all, and apparently it got to the one like vent sexing video, and people were in there eating their lunch, and then they did not appreciate the outtake, and if you watch it, you'll know what I mean, and I feel really bad. So don't play that in your break room at work.
Ray says, I have my own cross chickens. They lay extremely well.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Like if you could do it yourself, because that's the one downfall about the meat chickens that you order in like every year. Like they're too big. You can't breed them. Like, what?
I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I thought you had that like sarcastic look on your face, like you were gonna make fun of me. So I was just waiting for it.
No.
Oh, not this time.
Kale's Quail Farm says, I think WTF's vent sexing video was the best one on it that I've seen.
Oh,
well, thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad it was helpful.
S.O. Swanson said, Brandon, it was a good joke. What do you expect from Krabby? Yeah, pinchers.
Those are those are my
pinchers.
claws.
Pinchers. Sundial says, thank you.
So it's like a couple seconds behind it. Looked like I was going to do the chicken dance.
Are you?
No.
Now you are. See?
Oh my gosh, that was horrific to watch. I apologize. There's like a 2-second
Ray
delay.
says 6 birds in one cage is not unreasonable call unless you are talking about less than 6 cages.
I mean, it depends on how big your cage is, but yeah. Typically, that's a good ratio.
Brooke says, what age do you generally integrate hens?
8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. It depends on the program. Like our jumbos, we wait until 10 weeks. But I guess everything else, as soon as we can sex them.
If they're going to the new breeders, we usually just swap it all out.
Right. But if we're adding in, like say we have a hen die or whatever, we wait till she's like full size, ready to lay, fully sexually mature before we put her in a cage with all these other sexually mature birds. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem. Although you said you've added
I've
right?
had no problems in my blue hutch in integrating younger birds, males and females, at as young as 3-4 weeks old.
So not sexually mature.
And yes, they're not sexually mature, and they will go in there with fully, adults. A lot of times they're the parents of the birds I'm throwing in there, just to kind of re-add.
They just kind of fly under the radar.
I have not had issues. I've done that now, I don't know, like 6-7 times with that hutch. And I haven't had any issues. I think maybe once I had one where it was kind of pecking on the younger quail, but Otherwise,
I bet it's
been
because
a really good success. And
they
I know
don't compete
Chris
for.
Chris from Slightly Redneck does the same thing. He has no issues as well. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would guess that's because they're not old enough to care about like the pecking order, so they're not fighting or starting fights to, go up the ladder. But I don't really know why. I wonder if it would work with not their children. Have you done that? Or is it always their children? Do you think they know it's their children?
No. How would they know?
I don't know. Sometimes they do some things.
But yes,
where
I've done it where it's not
they surprise me.
direct children.
Okay, I'm just curious. I'm just ruling things out.
How the heck would they know?
I don't know.
Just a random quail,
Apparently they can smell when the other is mature.
Amy B says, good news, bad news. Good, the first little laid an egg tonight. They will be 6 weeks old this Saturday. Bad, it was out of a bro pen.
Like a bachelor pad.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Whoopsies. Somebody changed genders. Sometimes rabbits do that, and it's super annoying. They do.
Okay. Curbside Outdoors says, I've been losing birds lately. I have lost 3 birds in the past days. And all the birds I have in the 46 birds I have the Zooms. I haven't changed their routine. Can I get your opinions? I guess where are they housed? Indoors, outdoors?
Do they have lights on them or don't they? Do they have a wind block if they're outside? Because I think Curbside's from Michigan, if I remember correctly. So obviously it would be a little cold, so they would need a wind block. Although we're past we had a really bad cold snap in December, like right before Christmas, but it's been warm here, about 30 degrees. So I guess we need a little more details. Let us know.
Brooke says, I'm getting mad. Double yolks, can't sell, too big, or incubate, downside.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. We tend to, we'll put those on our counter and we'll eat those for that reason, because even just our regular jumbo eggs, not a double yolker, I can't close the lid. In fact, I smushed an egg. I was taking some to somebody at a rabbit show this weekend, and I accidentally smushed one because it was too big for a carton. I felt really bad. But
Kelly from Feather Connections Homesteads here says, Here I am.
Here I am.
You missed the news. You want to tell the news?
Play it back.
Oh, okay.
She's a big girl. She knows how to work the YouTubes.
Use the YouTubes?
Yeah.
S.L. Swanson said, Tickle Trunk, watch out. Ed is taking attendance. Frowny face.
Present.
Thomas said, heritage breed of American breasts are fantastic. 7 called roosters weighed 31 pounds at 20-ish weeks. They are red, white, and blue too.
Arca.
That's pretty good.
That would be pretty awesome. I actually, I know some of our friends do the meat chickens around here, and I was wondering, I'm like, hey, I'll help you come on processing day. You don't even have to give me a chicken. I just want to do it and learn. It's just like a big quail, I would think. I don't know, but I guess because they have the plucker, so it would be a little bit different because we don't pluck our quail, we skin them. So I just want to try it.
I say the couple roosters I did, I just skinned them.
Yeah, and they were not meat chickens.
They weren't right. Even. They fed us.
Yeah. To me, it wasn't worth the effort.
It wasn't really, but it was all right. Ray says, have you canned quail breast? I'm planning on pint-sized jars that will be seasoned for different reasons, like Taco Tuesday.
We haven't
we have
yet.
Not. I wanted to, but
meat scares me. I haven't done it yet.
The one thing I can only suggest is I wouldn't season any of the meat. I would just can it plain. Mm-hmm. And then season when you cook. That way you have variety and you don't run out of, say you wanted Taco Tuesday, taco seasoned quail.
And you only have barbecue.
And that way you can just add it later.
I was talking to the girls at Girls Weekend about canning turkey. I guess a lot of people will buy like frozen turkeys when they were on clearance or whatever after Thanksgiving, and they'll can that. And the recipe that I was watching, my friend was like, hey, try this recipe. My only suggestion would be don't season it, because then you can season it basically what you just said, like just plain salt and pepper or whatever, and then
I would just put salt in it, that's all.
Yeah, and then you can add whatever you want later. And I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart. Like,
or just plain water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Sundial says when you add new quality to
new quail to the older ones.
Okay. Are you taking all out to confuse them, or just add them in? Thanks in advance. So if you're referring to the way I'm doing it,
the young way,
the young ones, I literally just throw all the young ones in there.
With the adults.
I don't take them out and box them like, most people will say. Even we suggest that too, even with the adults. I literally just throw them. What? It's your Wi-Fi. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally just take them, all the young ones, throw them in the pen, and they just go for it.
I mean, I would suggest, if you've never done it before, just keep an eye on them, I guess, for a little bit and make sure everything's going okay. Like, don't just throw them in there and walk away. Because again, I was talking earlier about celadons, like what works for us might not work for you. So don't take like what we say as, the final say. Like, do what you need to do. If you're more comfortable putting them in a box with holes for 20 minutes and then putting them all back in there, like, go for it. But we've had luck just throwing the young ones in there.
Curbside, outdoors, and they have a windbreak and a red light. So that was referring to them dying randomly and stuff. Only thing I can think, other would be like obviously like water, make sure that water doesn't freeze and they're access to water all the time. They're not having issues with that. Otherwise, predators might be an issue, like, rats or mice or anything.
I almost wonder, try not a red light, maybe. There are some studies about how like putting red light on chicks can potentially make them mature too fast. Like chicks will start laying at like 4 weeks instead of 5 or 6, so maybe try just a different light. Like I know that sounds kind of weird, but maybe just try it. Or predators. I don't know. That's super weird.
Kelly said, "What news?" She needs to know now.
I need to know now.
Jesse said, "Kelly, they announced feather sexual celadons. Shh! Don't tell him I told you."
Told her what?
Katrina said she has a canned quail. She's canned quail and has a video on it.
Awesome. And it looks like Ed posted the link too right there. So.
Oh, yeah. Yep. He did. There you go.
Jesse needs to see
it. Well, Ed's taking Jesse to the principal's office. And
says, boy.
Needs to see you.
All right. Let's keep it PG, guys.
Kristin shared and said the new Whiskey Tango Bravo collection coming soon. Amy B says, "What makes the breasts so special? I've raised Cornish cross several times. How do they compare?" I know from my research and everything on them is that they are, because they'll reproduce on their own. They're a heritage breed like that. Their meat is supposed to taste better than the Cornish cross, from what I heard. And then they also will grow out similar.
They're kind of a newer.
In speed.
I don't want to say like a fad, but
they're not.
They're new. They're newish. There's nothing
So
wrong
they've
with
been
the
around
Cornish
a while,
cross. It's
but-
just that you have to order those in every year
Yeah, I'm
or
kind of,
make them yourself.
in my opinion, I'm kind of against the Cornish cross just because you can't really be too self-sufficient with it. You're ordering chicks in from somebody and spending the money. I mean, I know it's cheaper than buying chicken.
And you're supporting some business, like
You are.
a farmer, so,
I just like to grow my own stuff.
yeah.
I like to get my
you
own.
would technically still be growing it.
I know. You grow your own, but I want to be able to provide my own.
Like keep
Hatch them out
reproducing
and
on your own.
reproduce
Right.
them. Yes.
And there are other heritage breeds that will do that. But I've heard really good things
These
about
carry more
these.
meat than a standard chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And they grow out faster. I believe at 4 months you can butcher their to butcher weight. So
yeah, I would love to try them. Actually, if I could ensure that I have just females, I wouldn't mind doing it. I guess I would want to know if they poop a lot like Cornish cross though too, because that's my one hesitation why I don't want them here is I don't want to deal with all the poop, and that's why I want to pasture them or like a tractor.
I also personally I Cornish cross because that's commonly used in most chicken manufacturing or it's in the store. Yes.
So it's not much different.
Yeah, it's basically what they grow. I don't care for most chicken.
But I mean they would taste a little bit different because you're feeding them.
I know,
especially if you're pasturing them. Yeah.
Jennifer says, I just started canning meat this year. I was uneasy about it. Easy doing and great fast food. Try it. I plan to try canning quail in a few weeks with extra males.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I really want.
It has to be deboned, I think.
You don't have to.
Oh, I thought it was recommended. Always follow the blue canning book.
Blue ball book?
No.
The ball blue book?
Yep. You know what? I tried really hard to say it the right way, and then you come in and you're like,
I don't know. I couldn't remember it.
Because I have to try really hard to say it the correct way because you all know what I want to say, like what he said. Yes, the ball blue book of canning. I believe they recommend taking out the bone, I think. You do you. There's lots of canning rebels groups that are fun, but do it at your own risk.
Ray says, if anyone was ever on the fence for a quail plucker or quail egg peeler, get one.
I've had one in my Amazon cart, the egg peeler.
I'm definitely buying one.
For years. And then one of my customers, now she got one and she sent me the link of the one she got. And I think Guidros Family Farm, they got one. And I'm like, hey, which one did you get? Send me the link. And it was the same one that my customer got. And they both love them. I'm like, all right, I want that one. Because there's a ton online and they all look the same, but some have really crappy reviews. So I wanted to make sure I got a good one. So.
Yeah, Thomas answered that question too. He said, they breed, lay eggs, and can go broody. I don't have to order from a place. See?
Yeah. And they come in red, white, and blue. America. I think that's really cool, actually.
Sundial said, hit the like. Yeah, hit the like.
Yeah,
thanks.
Please do. On both channels.
Yeah, both channels.
And subscribe to both channels.
I think only one. I'm the only one watching in the other channel.
The cheese stands alone.
Right. Dale says, Ray, do you have any tips on egg peeler? I have one, but I end up destroying half the eggs with it. That might be the way you're boiling them too. I know, she talked about it in our pickling video, spinning the eggs or whatever, stirring them when you hard boil them to make sure the yolk's in the center. That way, when you peel them, you're not peeling off the white.
Yeah, because then if it's
yolk.
exposed, if the yolk is exposed,
it doesn't hurt the pickling. It just makes it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas said at 16 weeks they were 2.5 to 3 pounds on average.
That's crazy.
So, it's not bad. S.O. Swanson put some facts up too. It said the breast originated in France,
Facts.
so might speak French. French's food is good.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
derived
they're from over
the
there.
Bresse region of France, and then
Actually
somebody
was-
brought them over here.
Yeah, somebody imported them, and then
Now they're American Bresse.
they're slightly different.
They've been Americanized.
So
They've been Americanized.
they mixed them.
They might have mullets and carry a bush light.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know, because I said they've been Americanized.
How's that American?
Oh, no, I said mohawk, didn't I? I meant mullet.
You said mullet.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that's like the
Okay.
like
We're done.
country.
Yep. Ray
bias.
said, yes, stir the eggs quite consistently, 5 minutes. Make sure you shake the eggs in a mason jar before placing in the peeler. Shock them with very cold water. There you go. Dale said it's an emoji, face green smiling. Does it show
It's like
up?
a Frankenstein, I think.
Okay.
Or no, it's like a laughing green guy.
Okay.
It looks like Frankenstein.
It's like Ed
far
shared
away.
a video for American Chicken. I don't know what video that is.
I think Living Traditions got American Breasts
Did
last year. or
Ray
this year,
said
last
quail
year.
eggs tend to have larger yolks.
Yeah. The yolk to white ratio is much higher. And I always tell when customers are like, or just people are like, oh, what does a quail egg taste like? And I'm like, well, it's a little bit more rich and it has more yolk to white ratio, you know. So like I really like using them for baking. But
Amy said, do the breasts come in other colors than white? I have hawks. Well, Thomas just said they came in red, white, and blue.
yeah, the blue to me is
I'm guessing it would be like gray.
kind of, yeah, well, it's like our blue copper marons. Yeah, so they would still kind of stick out a little bit, but not as bad as the white. And then the reds, of course, are red. I didn't know they came in red, to be honest. I knew about the blue and white, but because I really like the blues.
SO said bad reviews on egg peeler is because most don't follow the instructions. I love mine and I do several hundred at a time.
Holy moly.
It's cool.
It's not messing around.
Kale's Quail Farm says I can hardly wait to get my peeler ordered.
Oh, the videos from the Living Traditions,
Yeah.
Ed said.
Yeah, Ed said the videos from Living Traditions that he shared. Ray says we can do over 200 eggs in a very short time. Very handy when pickling eggs with Frank's hot sauce
Ooh.
or Stubbs bourbon barbecue sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good. I was trying to, one of my friends asked for like a certain drink, and I was like, I can work on that, I guess. I have no idea.
In a drink?
Bloody Marys,
The things?
eggs, pickled eggs.
You're gonna pickle it with Bloody Mary sauce? Or
No, red hot. Like she said that she wanted spicy,
oh,
and I just thought maybe that would be. I don't know. I've seen people put like Tabasco and red hot in Bloody Marys. I don't drink Bloody Marys, so
Thomas
I have no
said,
idea.
yeah, blacks, blues, and some different color. The original is white feathers, red comb, and blue legs. Sorry for the confusion. There you go.
Aw, dang it! I would love to have. Somebody should make a red breast chicken. If there's already black or blue and white, we just need to make a red one. So like cross it with a Rhode Island red or something. I have no idea. I don't know too much about chicken genetics. I know a little bit about like silkies specifically and like certain crosses and how to get them. But I've never been able to actually like play with it myself because we can't have chicken roosters. So I don't get to do those things, unfortunately. Someday I try to learn as I'm bloom where I'm planted and learn in my waiting room. What? I'm in the waiting room. I'm waiting. I'm like
You're
learning skills and stuff before I have the land to do some of these things. But I mean, it wasn't that long ago that, you know, we wanted everything we have right now too. So
You did.
sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, wait a second, what? So
I missed where I'm at.
um
Ray says, I crossed my silky rooster with a Turkin hens.
maybe that's how naked necks were made. I don't know. I always joke. I don't know if I can say that. Maybe. So they call naked neck silkies showgirls, and I think it's really funny because you call a rooster or a cockerel a showgirl, and I'm like, wouldn't it be like a Chippendale? Like, why would you call a boy a showgirl? I just can't. So I call them Chippendales. I wish it would catch on because I think it's funny. You don't appreciate my joke. Okay. Sorry.
What? I'm sorry. I have bad
So
ADD
naked
issues right now.
Naked neck
You said something-
silkies are called showgirls.
Right.
But if it's a rooster, why would you call it a showgirl? It's a boy. And I said maybe they should call them Chippendales.
Oh.
The girls are showgirls and the boys are Chippendales.
Okay.
But it doesn't. It's not catching on.
Bad mom joke, I guess.
It is. I've actually said it a couple times in silky groups and gotten some like haha reacts or whatever, but it hasn't caught on like I was hoping it would.
Well, Ed says they start talking about chickens at 24, 25 mark for that video. Thomas says, I have Heritage Rhode Island Red Rooster too. I'll be mixing them just in case. LOL.
Just cause.
Oh, whatever.
Just cause you can.
I'll show them to you.
Awesome.
WTF.
Hey, maybe you can come out with the first red, white, and blue collection of American breasts. The American breasts. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Amy said, sorry, I thought Kristin meant red comb, white feathers, and blue legs.
I guess that's what they are.
Yeah.
I thought that he meant that there was a red
blue
breasts. But it's actually the chicken itself. But they do have black and blue, he said. Because I've seen the blue. Because I think that's what Living Traditions had was blue.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think they're really common in white because I know white birds obviously are usually more desirable for butchering, for consumption.
Whites?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because they can't show feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Ray says, I've always seemed to get showboys or rockadoodle hens. Okay.
That's funny.
Thomas says, that's correct. A silky with a Turkin will make naked necks. Your joke was good. I hate them. LOL. My kids and wife love them too. Yeah.
I am not a fan of them.
I don't like them.
I ordered in some eggs.
I think they're very weird looking.
And she told me that there was a chance of getting naked necks. And I was like, will I know right like when it hatches so I can sell it because I don't want it? And she's like, yeah. And I didn't hatch any naked necks. I was really happy. So some people like them though. Some people want the naked necks. They want the showgirls. Some of them, I don't know. Some do look a little cute. Like they're so ugly, they're cute. But then most of them are just, yeah. Turkins are something special though.
I don't know what a Turkin is. I don't think I've seen those.
Yes, you have because
Have I?
You don't say what it looks like on the live because you did see it because when. No. You need to see it from the front. You need to see it from the front for you to understand. Please hold. Well, of course they're not going to show you. They want you to buy them. So they've got these two little things down at the bottom of their neck, okay? These like little round balls at the bottom of their neck. And then you picking up what I'm laying down?
I think you're just a fool.
You're the one that said what it looked like at the swap, extremely loud, and everybody's turned around and looked at us. And I was like, I'm sorry. I have a man-child.
Ray says my wife calls them vultures.
They could be called that too. That's probably a little bit more HR appropriate.
He said, yeah, they are showgirls, but all my naked neck crosses have been male so far.
Interesting.
Amy says, WTF, do you do all of your egg production from the large shed you gave a tour of? Yes, that small shed is...
Oh, the quail barn.
Our quail barn
I was trying to think which one.
Where we have all of our eggs. It's where we all ship out of and grow birds. Ray says, I have 2 new black and 1 brown turkey hen.
Kelly. Yes.
Ray said, the hens are all smaller and have pompadours.
Like the little... Gotcha. So I was actually reading about, there was an article that was just released. Well, it was just released. It was just shared by one of my friends about Polish having vaulted skulls and how a lot of silkies will be sold, and the prettier ones that people tend to like have vaulted skulls. But something about the way that the silky grows versus the Polish, that basically without human intervention, a vaulted skull silky would probably not like be able to live on its own. But because we as humans are constantly collecting their eggs and incubating them for them, we're basically keeping them going. It was just kind of an interesting read. Like basically the fight was for like, don't be breeding these vaulted skull silkies. It's actually really bad for them and it's unnatural, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. You could say the same thing that like, you know, I had a C-section and that shouldn't have happened, you know. Like if you can't have a kid naturally, like too bad for you. But because there was human intervention, yeah, it's not natural, but you know, to me it's kind of like that. Like it doesn't bother me, I guess. What?
She's agreeing. Franken chickens.
I think he skipped those on purpose, Kelly.
I skipped something?
No, she just said like you're skipping comments because you weren't reading.
Kelly says, so when are the feather sexable sellies officially released?
To be determined.
Soon.
Stay tuned.
Within the next month, they will be.
Yeah.
And
it's taking a little.
At first, we're going to just release a kind of a collection. There are some other colors and stuff that are non-feather sexable that I will be releasing with them. So if you want to get the feather sexables, there'll be a collection of other things, colors. They're all celadon layers. But we'll have more details and everything when we put them on our website and watch for our Facebook page. What? What do you mean, what?
I'm confused.
Me too.
That's okay.
It's all right. But yeah.
Anywho, also, if you are joining us late, Kelly, you were here last week, I think, though. We're slowly going to be switching our lives over to another channel called Whiskey Tango Talk for our Whiskey Tango Talks. Basically, like the YouTube algorithm, this Whiskey Tango Farms WTF account is going to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. And we're going to put like our long content on like our vlogs and tutorials and whatever, things like that, and our YouTube shorts. And then on the Whiskey Tango Talk channel, we're going to do this live stream because YouTube is being kind of a pain in the butt about like algorithms. So we're just trying to kind of fix it. But make sure you subscribe to that channel as well for the lives. We are going to keep doing both for a little while till everybody kind of gets the hang of it or whatever. And we will not be back next week on Whiskey Tango Talk. We won't do it next week, but the following week we'll be back on Whiskey Tango Talk and Whiskey Tango Farms WTF. So,
Yeah.
But so make sure that you hit like and subscribe on both channels, pretty please. And hit the notification bell so that you get notified when we're live over on Whiskey Tango Talk and when we have new videos on the Whiskey Tango Farms channel.
Oh, so Kelly's saying, or Patricia asked for our Facebook page. I shared the link to that. And then Kelly says, oh yeah, I heard that, but I don't know what it is. How do we find it?
What?
Find what?
The collection?
The birds.
No, the Whiskey Tango Talk, I think she means.
Oh, the Whiskey Tango Talk. That's honestly, it's youtube.com/Whiskey Tango Talk. So you can find it that. Ed said hit the notification, like, bell thing, all that good stuff.
I don't think so. When I copy and paste, it doesn't do the same thing as what the link was that you typed out.
I don't know, what does the link go to then?
I don't know. 404
not found. Oh,
I'm just gonna delete that real quick.
okay.
Don't click that one. So click the one that says like at Whiskey Tango.
Yeah. Almost that's all.
That's okay.
Carolina Kind Family Homesteads here says cheers.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Likes and shared. Thanks. Appreciate it. But the feather sexables, the first feather sexable bird will be the Fabfy and possibly some pearls in it.
But it'll be in the collection.
But it'll be in a collection of other celadons for right now, and then we will be releasing a feather sexable only collection, which won't be any certain color.
But they will be just feather sexable.
Yep, they'll be feather sexable. I am working on other colors, other feather sexable colors as we are going as well. So
yeah, so hopefully you guys are excited. We're excited, and it's kind of weird but exciting and scary all at the same time. Like coming up a specific collection, I guess. I don't know. Because like our rainbow collection that we sell, you know, a lot of different breeders for chickens, quail, everything will have like a, you know, like hen's choice or hatchery choice or starter kit or whatever. And it's just like a mix of everything. So like that we didn't really do original, you know, like we didn't come up with that specifically. We just realized like that worked good for us. But having this collection come out of something that people have been requesting from us and like being able to make it happen and deliver on that and like make it newbie friendly, like that's super cool, because that's one of our things that we're passionate about, is making it easy so that people won't give up on it and making people want to do it. And I know one of the things for me when I first got into quail was I want to know if it's a boy or a girl because I want to make sure my ratios are right, but I didn't want to be looking at their butts all the time. Like, so I really wanted feather sexable. And then I found these blue egg layers. I'm like, wait, but I have to look at their butt every time? Like, ugh, you know? And I thought it was just me because I'm weird and just whatever. But people kept asking, and Brandon is like, hold my beer. And he's like, let's do this. Like, we know how. We have the knowledge. Let's just do it. So here we are. It's kind of cool and weird and exciting and scary. And
So yeah, Kelly, it's totally different YouTube channel. It's only where the lives are going to get posted from now on. We are going to be dual streaming on both YouTube channels for a little while, but that one will be within about another month or so. That's the only place we're doing these live chats, live Q&As. They will no longer be on Whiskey Tango Farms WTF YouTube channel.
well, they're not. We're not
but-
the ones that are on here now. We're not going to delete or anything. But
Nope.
going forward,
But
the
going
new
forward, all the
ones-
new ones will be on the other thing.
Yeah.
So, Kale's Quail Farm says, I'm looking forward to the Fab Fee Celadon. The Fab Fee and Pansy Fee have become my favorite. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, I really love the fee gene. Honestly, like, I don't know. To me, I understand it really well. I like the way it looks. It's kind of win-win for me, I guess. I don't know.
I say some of the other colors in that collection are like Graufies and Graufie Tuxes. To
Hodgepodge of awesomeness.
yeah, just some other random stuff.
Mhm.
So Ray said, I also like white eggs. Well, that would be Bob White's, right? Or other, whatever, California quail, right? They lay whites.
I don't know what
I don't
color.
remember.
Bob Whites lay white. I don't know what California Quail or any of those lay though. But yeah, Bob Whites are white. And they're very like pointy. I feel
Ray
like.
says, after we build 2 more cages, we'll be checking out your Celadon line. Awesome.
Awesome.
Thomas says, I love Fab Fees. Yeah, they're fun
I think they're
birds.
super underrated. I really like them.
Kale's Quail Farm says, awesome. I love them all.
Great. I'm glad you guys approve.
So
But I think that's all for now.
I think that's all.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. It's been fun chatting with y'all. But remember, hit the like button. We'll see you in a couple weeks.